So our focus remains 100% on bringing Ewoyaa to production. This is early stage works to build that pipeline of projects so that as we are depleting the reserves at Ewoyaa, we always have a reserve that we can replenish.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is Atlantic Lithium Chief Executive Keith Muller. Keith, very good to speak with you. Could you give us some background to the licenses in Côte d'Ivoire and what work's been completed to date?
Hi, Stephen. Good to chat again. Yeah, sure. So Atlantic acquired these licenses in 2016. It's about the same time we acquired Ewoyaa licenses. They've always been on the back burner. And in 2024, around May, we were actually awarded the exploration licenses for these two tenements, at which time we then commenced work. So we've spent just over a year now on the ground proofing, doing some field work. And in most recently, we just completed our winter campaign just before the rainy season comes in. So well over 5,000 soil samples that we have collected over the last 14 months.
Can you tell us more about those results and what they tell you about the prospectivity of the two licenses?
Certainly, Stephen. So on both licenses, we are seeing significant areas of anomalies. On the one license, we're seeing an area of 6.5 by about 2.5 kilometers of lithium occurring in the soils. And on the other license, we're seeing a strike length of well over 5 kilometers of anomalies. In addition, during our field mapping, we've also come across a number of floats as well as outcrops. And those assays has confirmed that it is indeed spodumene with a relatively conservative lithium content, but certainly that is what we are looking for.
Can you tell us more about the strategy for the licenses in Côte d'Ivoire?
So we are trying to stagger this so this works out that this will replenish our reserves as we are mining Ewoyaa. So our focus remains 100% on bringing Ewoyaa to production. This is early stage works to build that pipeline of projects so that as we are depleting the reserves at Ewoyaa, we always have a reserve that we can replenish.
Keith, how about funding for the exploration of those licenses in Ivory Coast? Where is that coming from?
Yeah, sure. So as I mentioned, our focus remains Ewoyaa, and most of our capital expenditure is occurring at Ewoyaa. So what we're looking to do at Côte d'Ivoire, which we own 100% of the licenses, we've recently engaged a corporate advisor to put a minority stake out to attract interest that way. So we're going to use that as a non-dilutive manner to our current existing Atlantic shareholders to fund the project. So the next work that we want to do with these funds is geophysics. As a first pass, and then we want to do some follow-up soil sampling as well as auger drilling to identify walk-up RC drill targets.
And latest developments regarding the mining lease for Ewoyaa?
So earlier this year, about 4 months ago, we heard the minister talk in Parliament about the mining lease, where he indicated to the parliamentarians that he's busy renegotiating the lease terms with us. So we've concluded that work now. Parliament is starting back up again actually tomorrow. So this week we'll see Parliament reconvene. The minister really wants to see this getting done this year. So, we're confident that we'll see something happen there. I'm sure both our investors and ourselves, we think this is well overdue. So we're looking forward to that coming to Parliament.
Well, Keith, I hope you'll keep us updated on progress both in Côte d'Ivoire and at Ewoyaa. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Great. Thanks, Stephen.
Keith Muller is CEO of Atlantic Lithium.